Ooh, it's just so beautiful. It's so good. I have it on DVD. Hey! Welcome to the video. My name is MT, and today I'm going to talk about my favorite things in 2024. So yeah, let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so the first category I have is makeup and beauty. So as you can see, we have my notes app with everything listed out, but I'm just gonna go through them anyway together with you all. So yeah. As we go into this first category, I just want to say that I'm not the biggest makeup person. Like, I'm not keeping up with all of the latest makeup releases and things of that sort, but I do enjoy taking the time to like put on makeup. I think it's really fun. It makes me feel good, and these are some products that really contribute to that. And the first one is the Kiss Me Heroin Make Speedy Mascara Remover. And the reason why this is up there is because, one, it's absolutely phenomenal, and two, I have lashes that are very stubborn, that are like pin straight, and so I need like industrial grade mascara. And historically, I would just like take my eye makeup remover and just have to rub it in to get it all off. And with this, it's just so easy. It applies like in a mascara itself with a wand, and so you just put it on, let it sit for a minute, and usually when I'm removing my makeup, this is the first thing I put on. Like, I apply it and then I put on my oil cleanser to remove all my base products, and then I just wash it all off, and it's great because I don't have to really go in there rubbing my eyes aggressively to get it off. And this ranges from, I want to say $11 to $16-ish, so I think it's pretty worth it and affordable. So that is the Kiss Me Heroin Make Speedy Mascara Remover. Next, we have the Romand Han All Fix Mascara, and I'm gonna say it, like, Asian mascaras are at the top of the game right now, because Heroin Make also has a mascara, and I'm like, it was good, it kept the curl going, but it was you know, it was like a little flaky towards the end of the day. And then I also tried the Clio, I think it's the Kill Fix mascara. Also wasn't for me, felt a little dry on my eyelashes, but the Romand Han All Fix mascara, phenomenal. Like, kept the curl, didn't irritate my eyes whatsoever, and I just kept going back to it, and so I highly recommend that one. And I usually get it in the volume version, so yeah. Next, we have the Tower 28 Shine On Lip Jelly in Pistachio. So this one, two of my friends also have this. It's a very, how should I say? This is a shade that matches most people, you know, and the lip gloss itself, it has a bit of balm into it, so it's moisturizing, but it also doesn't feel too heavy on the lips. And honestly, I just feel myself reaching for it more than any other lip product that I own, and it's just a permanent thing I keep in my bag, so love her. And Tower 28 is also an Asian owned brand, so love that. Next, let's go ahead and transition into the lifestyle travel section, and the first thing are the Solomon XT6s, which are a pair of shoes. And man, nothing will change your life more than a good pair of shoes to walk in, and that is what the Solomons are to me. I actually bought this right before my trip to Mexico City, and I hadn't worn them out at all. I just like threw them in my suitcase, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna trust that these shoes are gonna be amazing. And they were the only pair of shoes that I packed with me aside from my Crocs, which I only wore around the Airbnb and on the plane. But I got a solid like 15k steps on them every day on average, and it was amazing. Like, they were so comfortable, never did my feet hurt despite being on them so much, and highly recommend. Next is actually something I got as a Christmas gift from some of my closest friends. So if you're watching, thank you. It was so great. And that is the Calpac Luca duffel in gunmetal. I really love the metallic sheen to it. It's great, but the specs itself and all the pockets and compartments were so amazing. And what I really love is there's this panel where you can slide your luggage handle through, and so it's secure on your suitcase as you're rolling about the airport, moving through life. And yeah, it's just a really great bag. Like, it even has a shoe compartment. It does take up from the general space of the bag itself, but the fact that there's a separate shoe compartment was a game changer. And all the pockets, like I said, amazing. Really great, versatile bag. Next is actually the MVP of 2024 for me, which is kind of embarrassing, but hey, the older I get, the more sensitive my stomach gets, and that is Pepto-Bismol liquid caps. And let me just say, if I'm going on any trip, I am packing my Pepto-Bismol liquid caps, especially if they are international. I went on 2 big international trips this year. One was back home to the Philippines, and another one was, like I mentioned earlier, to Mexico City, and they came in clutch. Like, they were there for me when no one else was, and so she deserves her spot on this list for sure. So yeah, Pepto-Bismol liquid caps, man, great, amazing. Like, took them the second I felt a little unease in my stomach, and everything was great within an hour. So definitely on that, and we'll continue to pack her regardless if it's a long haul international trip or just a staycation. Next is the mocha pot. I know I'm really late to this hype, but damn, the coffee is so good. I get my beans from a local coffee shop, and it's just so good. Like, I have a latte every morning, and there's just so much joy I receive in knowing that I didn't spend $8 on a latte. You know what I mean? On good coffee. So there we go. The next one is more of a habit, and that is drinking water first thing in the morning. And I know this is kind of wild, or not wild, but a little funny, silly even, that it's like, girl, you're not doing this already. And I know I've learned. You'd think like the years of stomach issues would teach me, but no, yeah, I don't know why, but drinking water first thing in the morning just to line my stomach with something before I have my morning coffee has also been a game changer for my digestion. And you know, maybe it is the fully developed prefrontal cortex, but yeah, so what I do is in the morning I just grab a glass of water and I wait like a solid 30-45 minutes before I drink my coffee or anything like that. So, and it's helped a lot. Isn't it crazy when healthy habits actually give you good results? Who would have thought? Not me 2 years ago. Nope. But yeah, this was a really good habit that I instilled, and I noticed a significant change within a short amount of time. So yeah, drink water, y'all. And then next is the Canopy app. I know this is more related to film, but for those of you that aren't familiar with Canopy, it is this movie streaming service, and you can link it to your library card, and depending on your library you get a different number of credits, but usually each movie is about 2 credits. For us at the San Francisco Public Library, you get 30 credits a month, so that's 15 films a month. Yeah, the selection is very diverse. You just get so much. It's a really great platform. I definitely recommend looking into the Canopy app and seeing if your library offers credits towards it. My watch list is just like my TBR, it's never ending, so yeah. Next, we go into music. So these are more my favorite projects that I've been listening to throughout the year. The first one is Amen, The Nomad's Dream by not Bethany, Berhana. autocorrect. But yes, this album actually came out in October of 2023, I believe. And this album is honestly my favorite album that I've listened to the entire year. From beginning to end, all the tracks like flow together so well. The songs are fun. The lyrics is like the production value. It's so good. And I think Berhana is such an underrated artist. I actually had the privilege to be able to see him on tour when he had his stop in San Francisco, and the concert was amazing. The venue was intimate, but the stage production and all the thought that went into that concert and the story he was telling throughout the concert, absolutely amazing. So glad I got to see Berhana live, and I'm really looking forward to his next tour. So yeah. Next is Alligator Bites Never Heal by Doechii. 2024 is truly Doechii's year. Like, I finally got a chance to watch her Tiny Desk performance and blown away. Amazing. I'm looking forward to her next release, and I hope she goes on tour. And I really, this album is just so good. It's so fun, like, bring back fun and theatrics into rap and hip-hop. Like, so good. And then the last album, or it's not really an album, it's more of like a mini album sort of thing, which is The Winning by IU. IU is also an artist that I've been a fan of for a while, and when she announced that she was going on her first American tour, I was just like, consider me there. Like, I will be there. I will find a way to be there even if I didn't. Luckily, we managed to score tickets, which were very hard to get, but we got them anyway, and we saw her, and she was beautiful, and I almost cried. She did like a 9-song encore. IU, The Woman You Are. Yeah. So yeah, those were my top 3 albums of 2024. Only 2 of those were released in 2024, but like, I was bumping these all the way through. So give them a listen, check them out. The 4th category I have of my favorites are films. And I finally got a Letterboxd account. Yeah, I know. It's so fun. I love it. I only have like 2 friends on it. The first one that I watched that really impacted me this year is Past Lives, directed by Celine Song. And bro, online there's like this joke about these romantic films like La La Land or Past Lives or Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, where they're like, this is my favorite horror film of all time. And girl, I love it. I eat that joke up all the time. But Past Lives is basically about 2 childhood friends. One of them ends up moving away, and then the other stays in Korea, where they are originally from. And this is about them meeting again after so long. And there's just so much unsaid emotion that's communicated, and longing and feeling and just reflection on the what ifs of life, like, what if I stayed in the motherland, or what if this would happen, and it was just, oh girl, I was crying by the end of this film. It was so beautiful. I can't even begin to articulate it. It's worth a watch 100%, and it's also on Canopy, so yeah. The next film is Before Sunrise, directed by Richard Linklater, and dude, I just love watching the buildup of a connection between 2 people. Some people may argue that this film was a little boring because of the fact that it's just one big conversation between these 2 people that meet on a train, and they decide after a bit of chatting with each other to get off the train in Vienna, spend the night together, and just talk about life, their dreams, their hopes, their beliefs, what brings them to the city, and it's just so beautiful. It's so good. I have it on DVD. Yeah, dude, watch it. Again, I'm terrible at describing this. I feel like it's a really good look at the process of building a connection with someone, and it's so beautiful. And I know that there are 2 other films. I bought the entire DVD trilogy without seeing the other 2 films that precede it, but I just know it's going to be good because that's how good Before Sunrise was to me. So yeah. Now we move on to tech, and the first big thing is the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, particularly the creator kit. It comes with a hard shell case, a carrying case, the DJI Mic 2, the wind puff or shield. It comes with just a lot of things that you can look up, and it's changed the game for me. And what really made me get more comfortable with filming and really made me want to start this YouTube channel, and it made it so easy to do so. And I know it is a bit of a big purchase, but for me it was really worth it, and I love it a lot. I brought it with me to Mexico. It was so portable and easy to use, and honestly, on my regular videos, I'm filming on the DJI, and it's so good. It's so good. And so with that, in filming and all these great clips that take up a lot of space, we have an external hard drive, specifically the Lacey 1TB external drive. I have her right here. She is amazing. Can't say anything. Very easy to use. No fuss. Great thing. So yeah. The next 2 things are kind of similar, is a DVD player as well as a CD player. The DVD player, of course, I'm trying to build up my DVD collection because of the fact that your favorite movie could be taken off in like a week's notice, and then you're like, what do I do? And I know there's this big conversation going on online about like how we truly don't own anything anymore. It's all streaming services and platforms and things of that sort. And I was like, that is so true. So I got a Samsung Blu-ray player off Mercari, and it was in excellent condition. I have it plugged into my TV, and I use her pretty often. Like, I also borrow DVDs from the library, which has also been amazing. And so, yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's just really fun. But yeah, same goes for the CD player. I have BTS's entire 10-year discography and most of their solo albums on CD. But yeah, just having physical media, I don't know, it just feels a little more intimate to me, you know, just to know that I could hold this. Next is books. And 2024 was a very, very, very slow reading year for me, but I did manage to get some favorites out of it, despite, you know, all the things in my life that kept me from being able to read as much as I wanted to. But the first one is Funny Story by Emily Henry, and this is about Daphne, who is roommates with Miles, and the way that her and Miles know each other is a little awkward, very funny, in that Daphne's ex-fiance left her to be with his best friend, who also happened to be Miles's ex-girlfriend, and it just follows them, you know, building their friendship, which eventually blossoms into this fun relationship. And it was such a good read, such a good light-hearted read, you know. I feel like my friends always have this joke about like, damn, MT, everything you read is like fucking depressing, and I'm like, yeah, but this was such a fun read. I breezed through it. I read it in like a day, and yeah, we could always use a good love story. Next, What You Are Looking For is In the Library by Michiko Aoyama. And this is, I love books about books. It's just so cozy and homey, and basically it's about this library where there is a librarian who gives the most seemingly random book recommendations to people who are going through very specific experiences where they're seeking guidance, right? And so they come to the library because they're like, you know what has more knowledge than a library? And the librarian would give these book recommendations to these people. And for example, someone could be going through an identity crisis following like a career shift, and then the librarian would recommend like a book about bugs, and this person would be like, what the hell does this have to do? And the life lessons that are folded into this book are just packaged so sweetly and to the point, and it was a really good cozy read. So What You're Looking For Is in the Library by Michiko Aoyama. Next is actually a reread, which is All About Love by Bell Hooks. I first read this in like, I think 2020, 2021, when I was really going through it. I feel like reading it during different times in my life impacts me in a different way, you know? Like I gain new perspective the more experience that I have. And yeah, it was just like, wow. Some deep cuts, but it was very good. So yes, that is All About Love by Bell Hooks. And then the last thing are bookish things related to books. The first one is the Libby app. Love her, will always love her. And for those of you that may not be aware of the Libby app, it's this app that basically connects to your public library where you can get ebooks from. And love her, she hard carries me. Next is, of course, the local library for my physical books. What can I say, you know? The library has so many resources, cool classes, opportunities for you to find community and just be connected with the community. And we love her, always. This is a library stan account, dude. Like, come on. Next how should I say this? Isn't truly a bookish thing, but like it's made my reading experience so much more fun. And that is the Smisky Hipper. Shout out to Hiba. She gifted me this and she was so nice to do so. And I ended up pulling up this little guy who's looks like he's going through his phone or like a tablet, and I stuck him on my Kindle. And I don't know if you guys have heard of this, but there's this concept called like body doubling, and it's more talked about amongst like neurodiverse people, specifically people with ADHD, about how you're able to be more productive if there's someone else in the same room doing something or being productive with you. And this sounds kind of weird, but like I feel like I'm doing that with this little guy. He's like my reading buddy, and it's so fun. I'm just like, sometimes when I'm trying to finish a book on time, I'm like, do I really want to do this right now? And then I look up at this little guy at the top of my Kindle, and in my head I'm like giving him this voice saying like, oh yeah, you can do it, I'll be reading alongside you. And lo and behold, I do it. I push through, I finish the book. Yeah, me and my little trinkets, but my favorite pull of them all. So thank you so much again, Hiba, for this. Yes, that is everything that I have for my 2024 favorites. It's been an interesting year. I mean, I started a lot, been a ride, but yeah, we're here. These are all my amazing things that helped me out throughout this year. I hope you check them out or try them out. Anyway, I hope you consider subscribing to stay connected, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next one. So we'll go ahead and end here for today, and I hope you take care, and we will check in again next time. So, bye!